Welcome back from intermission, kids. We're going to see if we can get Sabrina back to read a letter next week. She's getting harder to catch than a snake. Okay. On we go with our babies. Now these aren't just two movies about babysitters. These are two movies made by the same director, starring the same guy, about babysitters. So, if you want my take, I think this actor, maybe he was like I'll read up on this, but I think he's like a rich guy. He's like, yeah, I'll fund your movie if I get to, like, cozy up to these hot actresses. So here we go with a horny old actor in Weekend with the Babysitter. Yeah, poster. Like some old pulp detective novel or something, spy novel. She came to sit with baby and went away with daddy. See how they changed that there? Weekend with the Babysitter, color by Deluxe, starring Georgie Carey. The actor in question that I need to look up. Susan Roman, James Almanzar, Luann Roberts, Anthony Victor, Bob Bernard, and Guy Edwards. That poster's pretty. I'm going to set that over there. 1970 Crown International Pictures. Because, yeah. Okay, hang on. We're trying to get this done before we run out of time with the furnace or Charlie playing his guitar up there. I put here starring the same guy as the babysitter. This time around it's Jim, not George. And his druggy wife calls in a babysitter, but then inexplicably takes off with their son, leaving Jim with this wild 20-something motorcycle-riding mini-skirt-wearing gal named, again, Candy. Mine was named Nikki, but not Candy. While Jim and Candy do the May-December thing, Jim's wife Mona has been kidnapped and or possibly arranged her own kidnapping. Either way, a guy named Rich is holding her hostage on Jim's boat and letting her shoot heroin in her coochie. Good thing my show isn't for kids. This playing on the drive-in, though, for the whole neighborhood to see. Jim must call on Candy and her beatnik biker pals to save the day. And his Mona from the clutches of Rich. As Candy sits on her bike and utters the word, "Ciao, baby." A guy wrote here. Okay, so we discussed how we thought this came about. Well, you take the babysitter and turn it into a bigger budget. So, based on the success of the babysitter at the drive-in, every old man like driving his truck to the drive-in to like live out the fantasy of like banging the babysitter. Well, they make a little money with that, and so, let's do a bigger budget, even more action-packed version. A more ridiculous story involving kidnapping, junkies, and gratuitous motocross. Just, yeah, like 30 minutes of just motocross footage. Probably stock. you put that all together and you have this stinker. I put here that you have maybe one ring for lesbian torture. And I don't even remember what that was about, so it couldn't have been that good. And yeah, it's a one-ring feature, one-ring circus on feature 2. Let's spit it out right. You know, to be honest, my stomach feels better now that I've had a couple of martinis. Okay, a martini and a half. So, let's dig in here. I'm pretty sure we'll be back next week. Sorry about last week, kiddies. I went to shoot. Well, I was going to shoot. And then I ended up having to go out of town. Like, I'd take Sabrina clear down to Cedar City. Now, if you haven't been to Cedar City, it's kind of down there by St. George, like only 2 hours away from Vegas. I wanted to keep going to Vegas, to be honest with you. But we got to the college there where she's doing an internship, and like there were so many crows. I've never seen so many crows. There were like hundreds of trees, and there were like 50 crows in every tree. So Cedar City, my ass. It's now Crow City. I wrote that on my Twitter. But I'm back. We're going to grab one here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's about time we got to this movie. This is like the first Universal monster movie that I remember seeing as a child. There on the, I believe it was Saturday afternoon, so it must have been on the Science Fiction Theater. Cue Pink Floyd's Time. Can you hear it? The opening with the clocks and the bass line. Yeah, you can hear it in your head. I don't have the rights to it, so I can't play it for you. You all know it. Mr. Sardonicus and Monster on the Campus. And it was Monster on the Campus that was in the movie I'm talking about here. Where, yeah. Fond childhood memories for Murph the Clown. Right here in this house, in fact. Yeah. I'm like 7, 8, maybe 9 years old, watching the monster movies on Friday night and Saturday afternoon. This one's science fiction, you know, because science, you know, what do you think will happen if you get juice from a coelacanth and you... All right. You enjoyed that?
Yes, well, I say, old man, it's a good show, old man. Good bloody show.
Okay, good. Barring any unforeseen 8-hour road trips, we will be back next week. Good night, kids.